Hey, welcome to the show. I'm Yanni Rude.
And I'm just Terrell. You ever been out somewhere and overheard two people having crazy conversations?
Yeah, well, we are those people. We've been having these conversations since college.
Yep, it's the Regular Guys Random Thoughts podcast. King's Court episode 4 recap. Be sure to like, subscribe, rate, and leave a review.
I thought the numbers were going to confuse you, but like King's Court episode 4, 86% success rate. I was like, oh, he's about to do it. He's about to do it.
No. I just don't automatically read what's on the teleprompter.
All right, Ron Burgundy, good job. Good job. How you been, man? It feels like it's been a long time since we've talked, and I guess because we really haven't talked in the last week since we did the last pod.
Right? Yeah, because we haven't talked since Monday.
Yeah.
So I was in New York. Got in Tuesday evening and got back around midnight or so last night. Had an amazing time. I got a chance to walk around and explore New York by myself because she had to work during the day, Wednesday, Thursday. So I just was exploring. I did the Empire State Building. I'm just hitting stuff. I'm walking around. I got lost. I took a wrong subway, went somewhere. I don't know where the hell I was, but it was really chill. And I just enjoyed hanging out, and then like so much great food, man. I had no idea how well they do food out there, but it was just phenomenal. And then Friday,
the rats taste good, don't they?
Friday was Meet the Fockers Day. So her mom picked us up, and we drove us to Doylestown, Pennsylvania, and so got a chance to meet her mom. And then we get to this place and get dressed up for the deal. It's aunts, uncles, cousins. And so it was funny because I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to sip on these Stellas. I'm not going to get too crazy. And after about that third or fourth Stella, I was like, let me get another Stella and a shot of Jameson. And then let me get another Stella and a shot of Jameson. So long story short, I was a hit at this party. I mean, people were pulling me onto the dance floor. I had a ball.
You know what? There's so many jokes about just that last statement alone. I'm gonna leave it alone because about that last statement. But I know Terrell on the Brown.
Yeah, it was. But it was fun. Like her family laughed their ass off at me.
I'm sure they did.
And but they really loved it. And her mom told. So this is how I know it was a success. Her mom told her, "Look, if you don't marry him, I will. He's great." It's like, it's right.
And he can dance.
and he has rhythm. Yeah.
Oh God, so many jokes. I'm gonna leave them alone. You just get to this.
Yeah. Then we went out to her best friend lives in, I think, Nazareth, Pennsylvania. So we stayed there Saturday and came back Sunday. It was a great time, man. Beautiful. I had no idea how beautiful Pennsylvania is. Just kind of driving around it. It's gorgeous out there. You ever been?
Nope. I drove through Pennsylvania when I was heading to Detroit. I was leaving out of Richmond. I had to do a gig in DC, a wedding, Nigerian wedding the day before, and then the next day I got up and I had to drive through the mountains in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
get to the turnpike.
Yeah.
So
It was good. It was good. Great time. And yes, Sly A, I did cuss because they did. It's a New York thing. They cuss a lot, and so I just followed suit. I dropped F-bombs and whatever. It was fun.
Was there any cursing involving certain letters? Because that's when you would have sobered up immediately. Excuse me?
No. Okay. Not at all. Didn't experience any of that. I mean, I think I was the only person of color in the room. Yes.
Well, I know when you said you went to Nazareth and wherever the hell else you said.
Hey, I saw black people out there in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. I don't know if they have an MLK Street or anything, but I saw black people out there.
Hey, there are black people in Roanoke, Virginia, and Lynchburg, Virginia. So I'm just saying, black people.
Here's the thing that stood out the most is walking around New York walking around Brooklyn and all these different areas, I said, I told my girl, I was like, this is the first time I've been in a place where I can walk around and I don't feel like I stand out. Like growing up in the South, you walk in a place, you just immediately like, I'm the only black person here. Cool. Or there's two over there. But it was so many different cultures, so many different people just all in that area that it just didn't matter. That I felt like I was in a place where people don't look at me and first thing they think is I'm black.
You know what that sounds like? Houston. There's a lot of different cultures. By the way, Lucy B says, I didn't want to call that out when you said Doylestown and Nazareth. That's a PA gal right there. She knows. She's like, I know
that's where her friends live. I mean, that's where the party was in Doylestown at some country club. And then the firm lived in Nazareth. But
if you were in high school, you could have been the running back.
Yeah, no, we didn't go to Philly. Yeah,
it's like being in the Valley here in Texas.
Yeah, yeah. You can say Houston has a whole lot of culture, but in Houston, no, they know black people. They point you out real quick.
It's Texas. It's America. They know you.
Exactly. It's Texas.
It's America. Let's be
the red state. You stand out.
We'll say
Houston all you want.
It's a red country. Look, we'll save the politics talk for another time. Let's get to this King's Court, man. Because I mean, I know you're loving these episodes because they're short. It's action packed to the point. Was the editing better this time though? Because they cut a lot out last time.
I can't say that the editing is better. Mm-hmm. I think that it's not enough substance in some of the conversations that we normally get from other reality dating shows. So it goes so quick where you're just, as you're watching, even trying to take notes, you're like, well, nothing happened there. Why'd y'all even hear that?
Well, you got to have filler content. And you notice that Married at First Sight does it. Every show does it where they show that one little scene and somebody wakes up. They need that. It's filler content.
Yeah.
By the way, Lucy B says, wish it was too short. Wish it was like Netflix to binge. Netflix has killed it for everybody because I love to just binge watch. I hate when I have to wait. Jay Blake says, hey, just caught up. And Lisa says, I'm glad y'all chit-chatted for a while. I had to finish watching this episode.
There you go.
So did Terrell. Me too. Trust me. It's like today was just one of those days where, and Mondays are just a busy day at work anyway, that it's a lot to get done to get here to do it, but we do it for you because it's the only way I can get Terrell to watch any of these shows. So thank you guys. Sly A says, I'm not watching the show. I'm just here for Yanni and Terrell. Thank you.
No, come on in. That's fine.
All right, so let's get to it, man, because we get to see, and I think he's probably one of our favorites right now, right? Thaddius, aka Titus. He's sitting down with Dr. Shawana, and I think he does the manly thing, the grown man thing, and he's like, he sits down with Dr. Shawana and says, "Wagwan, what's the problem?"
What'd you say? Wagwan? What the hell is that?
Okay, never mind. Keep going. I'm sorry, they don't speak that in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we don't speak it in Austin, Texas either. So,
you do have a few people, trust me, I know.
No, Thaddius is a favorite, but he just asked her, like, hey, your energy has changed towards him. And she tries to explain that, well, he seems more interested in the other girls and she doesn't want to see when she's getting in the way. And so he said, well, because of that, your confidence dwindled, because he liked the fact that she was confident, she was assertive, she would get in front, and then she's just taking a step back to all these ladies.
Because he liked her initial energy, right? And so she saw that, so she's like, oh, I got this. However, when the new women came in and she didn't get a chance to step in the very beginning, if she was there when they first entered, I think her confidence would have been a little different. But then again, she probably took a look at Ariel's guns and was like, yeah, no.
But do you think it's because she's from Mississippi, like from the South, where a lot of women don't chase, they get courted?
Not only, no, I don't think it's that. I think because I think she just saw, and it could be partially that, I will say that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because I think she's still in the sense of, because she's reading too much into it. Because what's she saying? Oh, well, you're putting more effort into them than with me. No, That man sat down with you when you said this made me feel this kind of way. He sat down with you, and as he was about to apologize, took the shades off. Even though you could still see his eyes when he had them on, he took them off to look you eye to eye and say, "I'm sorry, I made you feel that way."
Yeah,
that man was all about you. She messed that up, and it's funny because
I think she did.
Think about what she said after that. Well, what if the roles were reversed? I hate when people do that.
Right. They're not. That's like, Terrell, if you are a woman, how would you feel? I have no idea. I can't answer that question. I'll never be able to answer it.
Right.
So why are we doing this?
The thing about it, Titus says, look, in this situation, I would expect that. But if he was one of 20 men and it's 3 women, of course she's going to have to speak to other people. Of course this is going to have to happen. Monica says, I had high respect for him in that moment. Yes, exactly. See? So, I don't know. I thought that she didn't do herself any justice there. But, we move on from there and we get to the elimination dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, Dr. Shawana is back in the elimination here. And Thaddius addresses her and says, it felt like she gave up on him.
Mm.
And so, see, she didn't do herself any favors, even though he kind of tried to make her feel a little better about it at the end of their first conversation. That night, he's like, yeah, I feel like you gave up on me. And because of that, hit the road, Jack.
You're not our queen.
Yeah.
And she handled it with grace.
She did.
Yeah.
I will give her that. She really did handle it well. That she did. What about when Carlos had to talk to Catherine?
Well, I don't see them having a connection at all.
Right.
And so I thought, this is odd. Why is Carlos? I didn't think she was going to get eliminated because I think she's more of a good match for Thaddius.
Right. Well, see, you have to understand that each guy has to address one woman. No, Thaddius had to address Dr. Shawana. So Carlos didn't have anybody at the table because he's like, I don't care.
Yeah, but Thaddius addressed someone that he was engaging and pursuing.
Right.
Tyson had to address someone he was engaging and pursuing.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen anything that would think Carlos and Catherine would be a thing. But I guess they had to give Carlos somebody because he's not talking to anybody else.
Exactly. Process of elimination. Exactly. Yeah. That's why. Process of elimination. Because like you said, Tyson had to address Liliana, and this went left really fast, didn't it?
Oh, it sure did, because he said he doesn't think that she can handle his lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And what he means by that is she can't handle all these women that are going to want to be around him. And then he said, what if I'm doing a movie and I have to have a sex scene? She's not going to be comfortable with that. I'm like, you're making a lot of assumptions, but I believe him. I agree with him that she would not be down for any of that.
That was a real scenario though, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're here, when you're shooting TV, movies, their kissing scenes, their sex scenes, it's not for the faint at heart.
Right.
And he was right in that thing. I think so. I actually agree with him there. But then Liliana says that she doesn't think Tyson is ready to love. And I think she got her shows mixed up, but she was absolutely right.
Oh, yeah. She's like, he doesn't know what he wants. And she was not happy.
Yeah.
But she's right. I think Tyson is confused about what he really wants. I think he likes the chase, but I don't think he really wants to keep anybody.
Yeah. What's interesting, though, is I think even though Holly Robinson gave all kind of eye rolls and everything when Liliana did that, I think Liliana did Tyson. She did him one right there because he started to have a moment of introspection and like, I need to shake this. I need to take myself off this George Clooney Playboy list that I'm currently on. And then he proceeds to go to the house and create another list.
I wouldn't call that introspection at all. I just think that was something for the cameras. That's all that was. That was not him. Like, you know what? Liliana has a good point. I do have to get my act together. No, he's not.
Okay, what'd you think of the list? The sign-up list?
I thought that was ridiculous.
Okay, hold up. Don't you do that when you get to you get into the office for the first time? Don't you do a sign-up list for everybody to do one-on-ones?
No. Plus, my team is geographically dispersed. So no. So, no, but here's the thing about the list. I understand what he's trying to do to like have people, if I book time, then maybe this is how I can try to spend time with everybody.
Mhm.
The problem is if he'd have went up to the person he's interested in, one of them, they're like, hey, so when are you available? I'd love to spend some time with you. What I'm trying to do is schedule it. And I want to see, are you free at 2:00? Can we have some alone time? I think they would appreciate that compared to him just put on the refrigerator and he's like, hey, you wanna hang? Go and get at me. Pick one of those slots.
Okay, Sarah, he kind of did that. He's like, hey, you got prime time, 1 a.m. You're the closer.
Yeah, what that means. Yeah.
Yeah. It was nuts. Because here's the thing. Sarah says she's not signing up to see a man that she's dating. You agree, right?
Yeah.
Demi's not ready to pencil herself in either. Ariel says it's obnoxious to have a list, even though she's nowhere close to getting on that list ever, right?
Right.
What'd you think about Denitra, though? Because Denitra's like, hey, it's Tyson Beckford. Sign your ass up. This is what it is.
Yeah, she's thirsty. Denitra's thirsty. I mean, and hey, do you, girl? I get it, but she's thirsty. No, you shouldn't have to sign up to go on a date with somebody.
Kat says the sign-up list was intentional, actionable.
Was it though? No.
Well, the women had to put in some action.
It was intentionally inappropriate, rude, cold.
Yeah, it was. It was. By the way, Tasha in the Desert says George Clooney's like, how'd I get in this? Lucy B says my self-esteem wouldn't let me sign that list. If the roles were reversed and you were one of the men in the house, would you have signed up on that list?
I don't believe Lucy B would.
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Oh, okay. So
Lucy B already said she wasn't going to. I'm saying if you say it was the reverse, it was 20 men, 3 women, would you sign up to get on the list?
No.
See?
I'm going to go and I'm going to shoot my shot. Either you like me or you don't. Mm-hmm. You want to get a chance to see me more, but I'm not going to keep doing all that theatrics to get attention.
Now, Elsie's pointing out George Clooney has been married for 10 plus years. Yes.
Okay, but look how long he got married when he was, what, 80?
Yes.
Like
it was 79. It was 79.
Yeah. He had a whole lot of fun before he finally said, all right, damn, let me get married.
Look, George Clooney was playing around so long that he was on probably every black woman's white boy that can get it list. Interesting though, because I think Carlos got it right when it came to Tyson. He's been the face of male modeling for decades. He's used to being chased. That's why this is the way he is right now.
I get that. I get his point that Tyson's used to being chased, and so this is a good, fun game for him. Mm-hmm. But I like that Carlos also said that he thinks some of the ladies feel threatened by the Tyson list, and then mm-hmm. some feel objectified.
Right.
And that's the thing. I think that they're feeling objectified.
Right.
About it. If you want to get a little time with me, you sign up, pick your spot.
Is anybody surprised? Every date that he has been on has been, all right, competition between you 3 ladies. The one who wins gets alone time with
gets alone. Yeah, it's all a game. It's a cat and mouse thing for him. And again, he's a catch and release fisherman. He just wants to do the work, get him to like him, and then he's gonna let him go.
By the way, Kat says y'all are so hard to please. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. The man said I need to spend more time. I'm gonna do it. This is the best way I know how. Let's get a schedule. This is what he knows. Schedules.
No. You can take his side all you want. Totally fine. Thaddius isn't doing that. Carlos isn't doing that.
True. By the way, Dougie Fresh says, can't none of us compare to Clooney. Yep. You don't hear me saying it. That was Tyson. And Lucy B says, George knew to get married before he loses his bladder and toes. Damn.
Jeez.
Why? Why? Hey, appreciate you guys hanging out with us, man. Do us a favor. Whether you're watching this live as part of the live crew or watch it later, part of the replay gang, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. All right. We get a little surprise. We know there was going to be a final group, right? But the Pete's show up and they's got somebody with them. Tanisha Wood, a professional matchmaker. And she lets it be known that the final 3 women were handpicked by Tanisha, who tells the women they should be worried. As you watch this and you hear this, do you think they should be?
Well, I would think so, because the way that Tanisha described her matchmaking, it seems very thorough. Where all these other women just walked in and it was kind of who you attracted to. Let me try to get to know them. But she based all her information on stuff about each individual guy and the ladies and really put some work to pair them up. Yeah. And what she say, 86% success rate?
Yeah. Okay. The way you describe that is great. However, wouldn't you say that your mom did the same thing trying to hook you up with the church girl?
No. No. And that was a 0% success rate every time. No.
I'm just saying, it's the same thing. They thought on paper, because Elson is right. See, so look, on paper and in person are 2 different things. Attraction is key. It is, but past attraction is what's underneath. And after that, if there's nothing there, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Right. So I can see it both ways, but to be fair, when we met these women, it's not like they were ugly. Right. By the way, Elson says, asked, you already gave the answer. I'm assuming that's an accurate number.
0.
What is mama's
0%.
success rate? 0. Okay.
Yeah. I've never dated anybody my mom suggested I should date.
Yeah, one of these days I'll tell you the story. So we get to meet Jennifer, Allison, and Kalia. They're the 3 matches right now. Instantly, and always surprised that instantly Tyson gravitates toward Jennifer, who has the slit up to her neckline in her dress.
No, and not surprised at all. I mean, Tyson saw with his eyes and was just like, hey, I like all this.
I like the tattoos. I want to read them all.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, she has got to be my match. This is exactly what I like. Say the Lord is my shepherd. He knows what I want. That was it.
Knows what I want.
Carlos ended up having a conversation with Jennifer. And I thought this was an interesting convo, because you start to hear all these similarities, but then you hear a lot of unloading. And Jennifer, it felt like she unloaded a lot on Carlos. But the question is, was it too much or just the right amount?
I think it was just the right amount, because it wasn't a full unload. It was, I've been married, engaged twice. And he was like, well, why'd you say no? And she was like, well, varied reasons. Her mom calls her the runaway bride. But once she said the reasons, that she found out, one had a drug problem and the other one was cheating. Both reasons to not get married to somebody.
Very true. When they said the Seattle, the Miami, the church, I'm like, wait a minute. Have I heard the church thing before? Yeah, but this one seems like a little better. Seems like so many. And I was like, I'm thinking immediately, and tell me if you thought this. This has to be who she had matched with Carlos. Even though she was very taken, Jennifer was very taken by Tyson. As soon as she saw him, she's like, I like what I see. She didn't seem to have that same thing with Carlos, but I thought, as a matchmaker on paper, thinks these 2 are good, right?
So here's where my mind went. I'm looking at her, I'm looking at all the tattoos, and I'm like, wait a minute. Tyson has all these tattoos, but wait, so does Carlos.
Yes.
Carlos has a bunch of tattoos. And I was like, well, maybe, but it's hard for me to picture Carlos with anyone besides Janae, because that's all we've seen him do.
Right.
For 3.5 episodes.
Very true. That's the only person he's shown any interest in. Now, we do see that Titus is talking to Kalia, Dr. Kalia, right?
Yep.
What'd you think of this conversation?
I thought it was nice. I mean, she's smart pediatrician, has an 8-year-old. I was wondering, is that going to be too young for Titus? He doesn't want any more kids. She probably don't know if she does, but I'm gonna lean probably towards no. And he asked her, well, how often do you work out? And I work out 4 times a week, and my new obsession is pole dancing. As soon as I heard her say pole dancing, I know.
Tell me more.
Go on.
Here's what I like about what Titus did in that moment. He said, look, have you told any of the other guys this? She's like, no, don't. He was like, that's between us until I spill the beans. Interesting, though, we got to see Tyson with baby Vanessa Williams.
Yes.
Looks just Allison.
Sure does.
Who knew that Tyson was into the opera? Surprised?
I was surprised. And not only into opera, has opera friends.
Yeah. They have one degree of separation because of that.
Yeah. I was quite surprised. But I mean, it just goes to show you never know what people are into just because they do XYZ for a living. Mm-hmm. They've been to a lot of things. So I was quite surprised about that. But the whole time I'm watching these two, and I was like, there's no way, because Tyson wants babies and she's what, 45? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
You know, the thing I did think, it was as they're talking, and I see this the opera love, and I'm like, no, opera's not one thing to say, it's the only thing. But I'm like, these two might be I'm thinking here could be the match. I'm thinking I could be wrong, because she looks, when you just see her, you think she's more Carlos style, right?
Yeah. But
we get to the dinner table, they're all sitting down, and they have to guess who their match is, right? Now, Titus says Kalia. Tyson says Jennifer.
Yeah.
And then Carlos says Jennifer. Interesting thing is, though, Tyson says it was almost like love at first sight.
Yeah, of course. Lust at first sight.
That's what it really is. So baby Vanessa Williams is out in a moment because nobody picked her, but obviously she's there as somebody's match.
Right.
As they gave the actual matchmakers decisions, were you surprised? Because you had Thaddius and Kalia. Any surprise there?
Was that surprise? No.
Right.
Not at all. Yeah, he's passionate about helping children. He has some philanthropic things that he does with that. She being a pediatrician, and she has an 8-year-old son, like probably any old 8-year-old likes wrestling. So,
cool Mama, thing. You brought Tyson home? Yeah. Titus home? Got him on my wall. Now, Jennifer had 2 people after her, Tyson and Carlos, but the matchmaker actually brought her there for who we thought the first time, Carlos.
Yeah.
Any surprise there?
I was surprised.
Were you?
Yeah. I mean, again, I was surprised because I thought he was just talking with her, but I'm like, nothing's going to happen with this. So I was just surprised.
I don't think she didn't look as happy as she did when Tyson dropped the L word from the get-go, which that love bombing that he was trying to do wasn't going to work, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. So obviously Tyson was supposed to be matched with baby Vanessa Williams. Mm-hmm. And he had to tell her, yeah, so that means you are not safe. You better put in some work because you could be eliminated.
So wait. Do you want to have kids? All right. See you at elimination dinner tomorrow.
Unfortunately, you're absolutely probably right. Yeah. Oh my God. So the women, they take these new women back to the house. But did you notice that Tyson came in the house with his arm around Jennifer? Like, wait, did you not just hear what was happening at the dinner table? And then he's the first to like, hey, everybody, this is Jennifer.
Yeah.
Like,
well, of course, Tyson's like, yeah, no one's gonna say no to me. I'm Tyson. But also, I think he likes making the other girls jealous. And he plays it up. Mm-hmm. And that was all, strategy, fun for him to be able to do that because he knows it's going to irritate and bother a lot of the ladies.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't, it's funny because I didn't think about that part, that he was trying to make them jealous, because I was thinking, like Elle said, that Tyson's trying to get Jennifer on his list, right? Because he is still trying. He is trying his damnedest. we do get to see Janae's other side though, because once she realizes Jennifer, Carlos, her energy is way different. And this is kind of wild to see, right? Because we never get to see this. And to the point that even Carlos is like, I don't know where she went, but she's zoned out.
Well, I think once she realized that Jennifer was Carlos's match, because I don't think it was just the fact that there's other girls there, because we've seen her see other girls come, entertain it, doesn't phase her a bit. She's still been on her A game.
She was a little upset about the matchmaker because the 86% messed with her head.
Exactly. And so the fact that this is who he matched with by the matchmaker, that's what's bothering her. And now she doesn't know how to talk about it.
Okay, so here's the thing. And this is where the glass half full and glass half empty meet. Because for me, I'm going, so you're saying there's a 14% chance that it fails. All right, so we got a chance. Let's go. Right?
No, I mean, I think if someone's an 86% match, you know, I think all she can really do at this point is just go with the flow.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen, but you can't get mad at him. And he didn't even do anything. It's not like he had Jennifer sitting on his lap, you know, or anything like that. He wouldn't do anything.
Okay, so to what you're saying then, especially the way Janae reacted after this, maybe as we go back to what happened when they came in the house, some of the ladies are apparently lawyers for Tyson Beckford, because Lucy B says him coming in the house with his arm around Jennifer and then being the one to introduce Jennifer, that was to take the heat off Carlos. That was wingman favor.
No.
Well, she's not the only one, because El Cid says, Terrell, maybe Tyson was protecting Jennifer from Janae wrath.
No.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so, because here's why. I don't know Tyson, right? I don't know him at all. Never met the man. But everything I've seen so far in these 4 episodes, Tyson's about Tyson.
Right.
He's about himself. I can't see him saying, hey, let me do Carlos a solid and make it seem like Jennifer's with me. No, he wants Jennifer to be with him.
Yeah.
And he's trying to show that off and let the world know that I'm interested in this. This right here is my type.
Yes. If you're not looking like this,
yeah,
back that way.
Show me the slit on your dress. Not high enough. See elimination done.
Here's an interesting thing as we're talking about Tyson right now. Miss Mermaid says the fact that baby Vanessa showed any interest in Tyson after he super curved her was so cringe. Do you agree? Because she's looked at the list on the fridge and went, well, looks like I'm going to have to put in some work.
Yeah, but was it the producer that asked Allison, like, do you think you're the type of woman that Tyson needs? And she's like, the type of woman he needs?
Yeah.
Yes. The type of woman he wants? No.
Yeah.
And so I would think she's not even going to put herself on the list because she knows she doesn't have a chance.
Yeah. She looked very realistic in that moment. Yes. What he needs? Yes. What he wants? No. It ain't happening.
Right.
So
she knows. Hey, it'd be nice, but it's never going to happen.
So Carlos and Janae, they're sitting down talking, right? Because Janae comes over to Carlos, and I know you love the way that conversation started.
Yeah, because she comes over, and I didn't know you were down here. He goes, yeah, I remember I went up to go change. And I came down, I was FaceTiming my daughter. She goes, oh, that's cute. So I'm thinking that maybe Janae's calmed down. So then she goes, well, I want to talk to you about a few things. And I love how Carlos looked at her and says, what? Like he was not in the mood to deal with Janae right then. Just what?
Look at the sweet face. Where did this bad energy come from?
Well, she feels threatened that she has some competition in the house.
You know how I knew she was toxic? And it's not because she said Grand Rising King. She didn't do that. But what she did say was, how do you think I feel? And I went, oh boy, why would you even ask that? There's nothing a man can say when a woman asks that question that is the right answer. Nothing.
Anyone can say, a man can ask a woman, how do you think I feel? You know, she's not going to know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Carlos is thinking, what the hell am I supposed to do with that?
Right. Oh my God. It's funny because one of the things I did like that Carlos said was like, where did Jay go? Because, it was like, who is this person? Because this is not the person I got to know all this time.
Right.
And it's funny because not only did she ask him, how do you think I feel? But then she flipped. And I said this earlier, I hate when they do this. Well, if the roles were reversed, how would you think? How would you feel? Like, I don't know. I don't answer hypothetical questions.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the roles aren't reversed. It's called King's Court. I'm a king. So,
and kings do what the hell they want.
maybe if you act right, you can get a spinoff and you can do your own thing. And you got to choose from a bunch of guys. But for right now, it's about me.
Now, I was surprised by her behavior. Were you?
I was surprised that she got that upset, seeing how she hasn't been that way.
Right.
This whole time.
Now,
with all the other girls coming into the mix, she's not been this way.
And that's because we're men. Because Jay Blake says, hey, she was sneaky from the last episode. I'm not shocked with her behavior.
Was she?
Did I miss? What did I miss? What did I thought I watched the episode. What did I miss?
I don't know.
Because I didn't see her being sneaky, but then again, Miss Mermaid says too passive aggressive at this big age. That is a communication flaw. What say you, sir? Mr. Comunicado.
To be too passive aggressive at this age, yeah. It's a little immature. Like if you just can't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. Your camera's all over the place, mics all over the place. You just can't be like, hey, Carlos, can I talk to you for a second? You just can't pull that off. Understand, but there's a better way to handle your whole energy as you're dealing with other people.
Lucy B says, I missed something. Didn't Carlos come in acting weird? She did kind of call him out on that. He goes, I was a little, he just wasn't the normal run-up hugger kind because he had somebody that came in with him that he was interested in.
Yeah. Yeah. And he said that, hey, they said this is my match. And because she's a perfect match for me, I just had to process that.
Yeah. Great answer. That man has media training.
Well, but here's the thing. I think this is the challenge with dating in general. So many options. Right. These reality shows prove it. There's so many options. Mm-hmm. You could have someone great. He had a great thing with Jana this whole time. Yeah. And all of a sudden, ooh, new piece of candy. Hey, how you doing? Is that a Jolly Rancher? I haven't had one of those in front.
Gudetama Love says, Carlos needs to chill. A woman is not going to be on her A game 24/7, especially when she feels threatened for the first time. Dang. Yeah. Threatened. Huh, that's probably accurate. But what I saw this one right here. Just want to make sure. Yeah, Tasha in the desert says Janae has nothing to worry about. Jennifer don't want that man. Agreed?
I don't think she does either.
Yeah. No, she wants Tyson.
Yeah.
And Tyson wants her for a short time.
Someone else about to take that 1 a.m. spot.
Yeah. Sarah, your time has now gone from 1 to 1:15. Yeah. I've got a 1:16 appointment.
Jennifer, you're 1 a.m. Hey, Sarah, I'll see you at Elimination dinner tomorrow.
That would be kind of wild, but I wouldn't be surprised, would you?
No.
Not at all. Okay, before we get out of here, a couple of things that showed up here. Let me see. I kind of starred some of these. Says Tyson is interested in her being Jennifer. He even said he'll make time for her. He didn't tell the other ladies that. Did you notice that part?
I ignored that part because he said some sweet nothings to Liliana.
He did. But he had his hand in her back pocket at the time he was tapping on her booty.
Yeah. I mean, he's done all this kind of stuff. It's just for attention.
Yeah. But it's working. It's got her attention. It worked with Liliana. It had her attention. Miss Mermaid says, why come on a dating show and act like they're getting married in one day? These ladies are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I think the producers hype that up.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they hype them up. Like, say, so Did you hear what she said about you?
Mhm.
You gonna let her take Tyson from you?
Well,
No.
of course, you got to keep it moving a little bit, get some excitement.
Yeah.
And this is an interesting point, and I wonder if they're going to do this. And Tasha says there's like 5 or 6 women that can go right now because the guys are not interested in them. And one of the women, was it Kat that said that? Because Kat can think about this, and I know we kind of skipped past Kat and Tyson when they were sitting down talking, but she did this. She made the same mistake that was made earlier. She complained early on. She gets the one-on-one time in her 5:30 slot, her 5:30 one-on-one appointment, and waste the time complaining that she wasn't getting time. And he's like, yo, you are here with me now.
Right. Yeah. She has a lot of insecurities, it seems like. But there's nobody wants to sit on a date with you, and all your questioning is, well, how come you're not giving me enough attention? Because there's like a bunch of other ladies here. I gotta give all of you attention. So I get where Tyson's coming from. I can't just single you out and only focus on you.
Well, you got to understand. I mean, this is Kat. Kat is on a show where she's going to be dating black men. She's accustomed to these black men chasing her everywhere.
No.
We talk about Tyson accustomed to being chased. She's accustomed to being chased. And that's all she's like, hey, pay me some attention.
Yeah. No. Let's not even play that race card on any of that.
And it's not about the race card. She does want to be chased because that's what she wants.
Every woman wants to be chased.
Okay. So see, I wasn't wrong. Thank you.
Jesus. If that's what you need to feel good tonight, that's fine.
Oh, did I touch a nerve? I'm sorry.
No.
Right. Well, look, so we're back tomorrow with random thoughts for those regulars. If everybody, we appreciate you who have actually signed up and become a member and become one of the regulars. So you'll get that first tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, it'll be out for everybody else. And then, of course, we're back here next week with episode 5 of this show, King's Court. And now, Ready to Love, is it back yet? Did it come back Friday? I didn't even look.
I think it did come on Friday. Let's have a look.
Because if so, then we've got 2 episodes to cover once we get to this Friday, because won't have time to do it this week. Yep, Monica says yes, it did.
Yep. Meet the X's.
Yep. Elson says it came back Friday. So what we'll do is we'll cover 2 episodes. These next 2 episodes, probably Sunday or Monday. Yeah, probably Sunday, so we can do this one Monday. All right.
Okay.
Do us a favor. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Thanks, Jay Blake. It wasn't worth the watch.
We know that already.
I knew he was going to say it. I was going to say it, but I wanted to leave it for you.
Yeah. We knew that already.
Appreciate you guys hanging out with us, man. Do us a favor. Hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. I am Yanni Rude.
And I'm just Terrell.
Make sure you follow us at Yanni Rude, at Justel, and at the RGRT Pod.
Yeah, send us some of your random thoughts or some of the bullshit on the internet. We'll talk about it on the show.
It's the Regular Guys Random Thoughts Podcast. Cheers.
Cheers.